So yeah, we got back from Pittsburgh. Dallas is never easy, right, to travel, and
It was tough. Yeah.
this is actually probably the closest you've ever been, at least when you've been working with me, to a show to actually travel, right?
Yeah, I think it is. It's the closest I've ever traveled to a show. Yeah.
Never easy, just because it's stressful. The whole pre-packaging the food, keeping on your meals, and then the flying in general. I think people don't realize, because very rarely do people travel under stress, because traveling is stressful enough, right?
I think, like you said, like traveling sucks.
Yeah, traveling sucks.
But when you have to do it in prep, I tell you what, it puts on a whole new meaning for how bad it can suck. You know, your patience is less. You're hungry. You're tired. You know, you got to walk around, and it's like, of course, you know, these are all part of daily life things too. So it's not like, you know, I shouldn't be able to do it. But I'm just saying, it just sucks. So, but all in all, it was definitely worth the trip. It was fun to go up there. Got a fun night out to dinner with all the guys there.
Yeah.
And then the next day we trained a little bit and filmed some, and
we got to see history too. You know, we went to me.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool because you training there, you get to see there's Dory. I mean, everybody's on the wall there, and everybody's trained there. So it's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, we had a good time with that, and if it was anything else, I think neither. To be honest with you, I didn't want to go either. I mean, I don't have the stress of dieting for a show, but to leave work, to leave Redcon, to leave my family, it's always a tough decision. But I know that it would be meaningful. The whole trip would be meaningful, and it's never fun. To be honest, for me, it's almost never fun to travel anymore anyway, except to the Bahamas, which I did get to do, so that was fun.
Man, I felt bad for you.
Yeah, having to go to Bahamas.
We got so rough. But no, seriously, we did get back at 1 a.m. And I remember when we landed. You remember I woke you up? I was like, "Hey, your flight leaves in 6 hours."
Yeah.
But no, it's
could be worse.
It was tough, but it was fun too. So
yeah, we all in all, it was a worthwhile trip, and you got to see Kimanian, you get to see history. That's part of bodybuilding history is in that gym, and then also you get to see Chad Nichols, which is really, I mean, not to say it's the most important thing, but it was pretty important.
Getting to see Chad was good. Yeah, it was a big relief to pretty much hear him compliment and sign off or whatever.
Yeah, say you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, he was pleased. So with him being pleased, I'm now pleased. You know?
Right.
And basically we got a game plan together for these last 20 days and 19 now, and time to just bust ass and get it done.
Yeah, I think that since this is your first time working with Chad, there's got to be some relief in knowing that after seeing you, that you both think you're on the right path.
Yeah, it's just nice to know that not only are we on the same page with the training and the diet, but we're also on the same page with actually looking and seeing where my body's at.
Yeah.
So for him to look at me and think, basically reiterate what I think about the way I look. You're ready. You're watery. You're flat. These things are all part of the process. Don't trip. Stay the course. And that's the cool thing about Chad, man. Is I've had a few times this prep where maybe people see a video or a picture. Oh, he's not gonna be ready. He's not gonna be ready. First off, anybody that's ever worked with Chad or knows anything about Chad knows good and damn well he's not going to put an athlete on stage before they're ready.
Right, of course.
So that's dumb.
And he doesn't give a shit how you look before you get on stage.
Exactly. And that's part of the other thing is there's been none of this. This year, it's funny, I'm sitting there looking at myself in the video, but it's I look flat as shit. I just look smooth, But there's been none of this, oh, you got to stay full and popping and this and... I mean, we try to stay relatively full, but really, as long as I got enough fuel in my system to get the job done in the gym and live life, that's really all I'm,
Right.
I can guarantee you this will be hopefully a level of conditioning that reminisce, back when Chad was doing his thing.
Yeah.
Back when every athlete almost was a Chad athlete.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think that's different. That is different because I remember since I got to see you prepping in the past with the last guy.
Yeah.
was that he was very concerned with you staying full. He'd be like, "Oh, you're not full enough to eat more or this," instead of just focusing on the end result or being really single-minded on the end result. It was a lot of times it was reacting to what was going on.
Yeah, well, first off, there's no one way to skin a cat. So
Of course.
obviously what I had done in the past worked because, I placed well and won shows. But that being said, I think as opposed to short-term and long-term solutions as far as being flat or being too full, with Chad, it's not a short-term thing, it's a long-term thing. So, where I'm at with my body right now, we've systematically dieted me down very gradually, as to not go super flat.
Right.
But still, yes, I am flat. But then on the same hand, it's like when I look flat, it's not upping the calories a lot to counteract that. It's just kind of even kill, So I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it plays out on game day, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. So
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I know I look at you from I'm objective, right? Obviously, I want to see you do as well as possible.
Right.
It benefits you and me and the company for you to do as well as possible. But I'm also looking at you as a guy who sat in the judging panel, not the judging panel, the press pit, which is behind the judging panel, for literally the last 150 pro shows of that last decade.
Yeah.
And I look at it with an objective eye, and I can tell that we're going to see something special this time. Something really special.
Well, it's like what we were talking about before we started this. It's like, there's a handful of people whose opinions and thoughts and whatnot I really could give a shit about, and you and Chad are two of those people.
Sure.
Two or three other of those people were up there with us.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh, and I mean, unless everybody feels the need to fill me full of bullshit, I think we're on the right path. If that's the case, well then, I'll learn my lesson, and I guess I just won't, fuck with none of you motherfuckers. but no, seriously, it's like you got to consider your sources and who your critics are, and the people who I've asked for criticism from, and the criticism they've gave me are all problems that I feel like can be addressed and will be addressed, and I think that you know what? We'll see show day.
We'll see show day. Okay, we got a bunch of questions that people asked that I unfortunately got passed up. And I apologize for don't remember your name, but they were asking how are your energy levels after losing 30 plus pounds.
They suck.
Yeah, they suck, right?
No, but honestly, to be honest, like my happy spot's like 300. Yeah. Like when I'm 300, I'm pretty good. Like obviously right now I'm in a caloric deficit because I'm training hard, cardio's hard, fat burners, etc. But like I find my happiest, most energetic is right around 300. Yeah. To be honest.
Yeah. When you were
once I get up to about 330, you're just like, oh. No. You walk by and your shoes untied and you're just like,
fuck it.
Yeah. Hence why we wear the Nike socks.
Yeah, I love the sock tarts.
But no, I mean, I think there's pros and cons to being that heavy and obviously being this depleted. But yeah, energy's definitely down, as it should be.
As it should be, you're right. If you're feeling fucking fantastic, you have to be like, dude, am I doing something wrong, right? Why should I?
If I woke up feeling fantastic, I'd be calling Chad like, hey,
what's wrong?
I don't know. This ain't right.
Somebody asked a question about calf development. How much do you think the calf, I'm not going to make you go through calf training, but calf development, how much do you think it has by just being a big fucking guy? I mean, walking around at 280 pounds since high school.
Can't help.
It can't hurt, right?
I mean, honestly, man, my calves, even when I was a kid, I remember when we used to go places, people would comment on my mother's calves.
Oh, really?
She has very...
Yeah, I met her. Yeah, she does.
She has
good shape.
I mean, even like she's old now, but like she still has like the shape and size of like better for her lady, you're like...
Better than me.
Damn, that's... Yeah. For a lady her age and her size, you're like, damn, that's... Like it almost looks like you train just them, and so that carried over into me, and I guess I just.
Were you ever really tempted to like this is my mentality. I know it's not a good mentality for a bodybuilder.
Focus on the calves and like make them just as nasty as possible. Yeah, actually, there was a time when I was like, but before I really knew anything about bodybuilding, really. like even when I was still playing football and just transitioning into bodybuilding, I would really like bust ass on calves because I would be like, well, because then I never thought I'd be a pro bodybuilder, never thought I'd be a bodybuilder, period. And I was like, well, if I can't have the biggest arms in the room, have the biggest fucking calves, or something. I mean, just whatever.
And now you have both. Okay, Peter Dryhave wants to know the progress of people like Curry and Akeem are making in Kuwait. Would you ever go to Kuwait and get some of that anabolic chicken? What are your thoughts on the progress they've made?
I'm not saying I'd never go to Kuwait. Batter, all the trainers and staff over there they have are great people, and they're good at what they do. But I take a certain amount of pride in being made in America.
Hell yeah. I like that.
I don't know if that's politically correct to say.
Nothing wrong with wanting to be made in America.
I just think that, that's something that my family, we support American business, and it's kind of like, to me, this isn't, not that bodybuilding is really business, but it is, and it does. It kind of makes me sad to see that like all these great bodybuilders and stuff are going over there, and not that it matters where you come from or where you train. It's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm just a freaking redneck who takes pride in being, I want to support America,
It's like, I got to leave America to go to Kuwait to become a good bodybuilder?
Yeah, I don't know. And
I get it.
But I mean that in no way do I mean that disrespectful to Batter. All the guys over there have nothing but the utmost respect for them. I would love the opportunity to go over there and train. But as far as like setting up case for a camp, I think I like what I got going here.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'll go. We go to Kuwait anytime. Tell him about, he sells a lot of supplements over there.
Yeah, right.
Get some Red Cow supplements. We'll all go.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's see. Do you think that Dave Palumbo's morning? I don't even know about that. Dave Palumbo's placing for Arnold. I have a feeling it's probably not good, so we'll skip that one. Mexican. Hey, Aaron, are you and Dallas going to do any seminars or training camps? Training camps with Dallas, talking about
funny, we just talked about.
Yeah, we did just talk about that. I think there's some potential here because Boca has become a real hot spot for bodybuilding and fitness. And I know that Dallas is interested in helping people, and that's something I'm passionate about. So
I think people would fly in too.
What do you guys think? You think you would fly in? Would people fly in to come here and get a training bodybuilding / success seminar by some of the leading minds in all those fields? I think so, but I'd like to hear.
Humbly speaking,
hypothetically, I don't know.
If we had some of the greatest minds around,
if they were to decide to come here, would you all be interested in doing that? Nathan, hey buddy, wants to know our take on the situation at MD. Well, I'll speak for myself on this one. I think that I'm hoping. I think we're both hoping that MD does well and continues to do well. Dallas is signed by MD, so of course he wants it to continue to do well. And I've been reading Muscular Development magazines since I was a little kid, since I was 13 years old. Yeah. So
I don't wish ill will on any company.
Yeah.
And especially one where, like you said, Muscular Development was the first magazine I ever picked up. People's business, I feel like if not to get involved in other people's business.
I agree with that. Both me and Dallas wish them well and try to stay not as far away from the drama as possible.
It's like anything else, I don't have time for that drama and shit.
Yeah, me either. Rashawn, thank you. Rashawn always shares the videos. I got to thank anybody who shares the videos, so you guys know. It's a little insight on digital marketing. When you press the share button, it tells Facebook this is good content and it's something you want to see more of. Even if you're not really actually sharing it to show your friends or like trying to share, maybe your friends don't even give a shit, but when you hit the share button during a live broadcast, right? Maybe your friends are like, who the fuck is this Dallas McCarver, Aaron Singerin? But if you hit the share button, it actually tells Facebook this is good content, and it shows it to more people. So I always appreciate, even if none of your friends give a shit, please hit the share button because it does actually matter to us. Next question. Thank you. Look, Brittany just shared. I appreciate that. Sweden. Yes, we have a lot of
Oh, that's my friend from Chattanooga.
Oh.
Brittany, that's her boyfriend, Steven.
Everybody. It's Steven. And actually, Brittany is doing the transformation trials, which is, incidentally, not to do a whole commercial thing, because I wasn't going to do that, but since we're talking about it.
Here we go.
The readiness trials, which is our $10,000 transformation contest, the last entries are today. So if you have not entered, this is your last chance to enter the transformation trials to win $10,000. So
it's too late for me.
No, you're too late. Too late for you. Your transformation ends March 2nd, I believe. So let's see what other questions we got here. Thank you for all the shares. Look at all the people sharing now. I appreciate that, guys. Best way to add calories to your diet without having an unrealistic amount of meals per day. What would you be if you're trying to add calories to your diet when you're trying to gain weight, like a hard gainer? What would you do?
Well, I don't know what he means by an unrealistic amount of meals a day. I'm assuming he means 3.
I don't know. Maybe if he's already having 6, so he doesn't want to add a whole bunch more.
Oh, fuck. Any more than 6 would be 6 or 7. Any more than that would be very unrealistic.
Yeah.
But say you just want to have 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
Obviously, for those 3 whole meals, you want to be loaded down with protein, fats, and carbs. So, red meat, chicken, salmon. Salmon's something that I think is really good for, an off-season alternative to like something higher in fat, but not, you got to sit there and chew on it like steak. Salmon, chicken, beef, potatoes, rice. Get lots of fat from avocados, nut butters. And then, obviously, if you don't want to add any more than just 3 meals, so load down 3 meals with as many calories as you can handle. Ta-da. Yep. And then, have you 2 or 3 shakes in there. And throw your shakes in there, with, maybe some peanut butter, maybe, a carb supplement. Yep. Cluster bomb.
Cluster bomb.
Although I wouldn't mix that with anything but vanilla protein.
That doesn't taste bad.
No, the vanilla isotope with the grape cluster bomb.
Oh, I bet that is good.
Actually, isn't that bad? It's kind of like a grape creamsicle or some shit. Like,
I could see that.
Yeah, it's really good if you blend it.
Yeah, I bet. My tip would just be basically re-echo what you said, is just nuts. And there's lots of healthy calories and fat and nuts.
Yeah, so it depends on which way you want to go. Do you want to get your calories from your carbohydrates or from your fats? You know, and in my opinion, if you're really trying to gain weight, there's no harm in doing both.
Doing both. My buddy Timbo, who I saw was on the thing, he had such a hard time gaining weight. I mean, this motherfucker could not gain weight.
Yeah.
He would gain muscle slowly. I mean, he got to be pretty good size, but he just could not consume enough food. So I started having him do 2 big tablespoons of peanut butter and 2 ounces of oil. Of natural virgin olive oil.
That'll slow it down.
Yeah, which is just fucking every meal he would do. And he did start gaining weight actually after that.
When I was in college, did I tell you about how I used to try to gain weight for football? All right, so like every day I would me and my roommates, we would take a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
We go to the store and get a loaf of bread. We got one of the huge things of peanut butter from Sam's and the huge jams. And so we take a loaf of bread and lay it out on the table, and I jam and butter, or peanut butter, jam, every piece of toast. So like, if this one got peanut butter, the next one got jam. Peanut butter, jam, for a whole loaf of bread, pop them all together, make sandwiches, and then layer them back in the bag.
Like a huge sandwich.
And I would take the bag around to my classes with me, so you'd have like individual sandwiches in a whole bag, and I would just sit there and eat the sandwiches.
By the day you would eat all of them?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good tip. But that's if you don't give a shit how much you eat.
I would definitely not advise that for a bodybuilder. But if you really want to gain weight,
you can
that's a pretty calorically dense
that's pretty you're not
snack there.
Everybody's gaining weight on that one.
If you don't gain weight on that.
I saw one guy ask, what do I eat for a snack if I get hungry between meals?
You wish.
A giant bag of suck it the fuck up. Like, if you're hungry between meals, that's good. That means your body's losing, you're burning stored nutrients somewhere else. So obviously that's the goal when we're trying not to be a fat slob. Now if it's during the off season, I eat what I want. You know, or if I'm hungry, you know, I obviously eat, and I try to, like I just said, we try to keep those healthy food choices. But ideally, man, you know, I think if you're dieting properly, unless you're in a real restricted deficit like I am now, you're not really going to be hungry. You never want to be too hungry, but you never want to be too full either. You just kind of want to be, you know, comfortable.
Right, I agree. Nope, it's gone again. So what do we got? Do we got? I see it right here. That's audio right there. You guys are freaking. You guys are messing me up saying there's no audio because I keep looking at you now. Give me some thumbs up right now. If you give me some likes if you see it.
Back.
I'm back. She says we're back, and then he says still no audio. Nope, it's gone again. And it says right here.
Brian, you're lying.
Brian, why you gotta lie like that? Oh, give them a thumbs up. They're hearing us. They're hearing us. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. These lying bastards messing with us.
That's some shit I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna get on everybody's.
Like, I don't hear anything.
I'm gonna get on everybody's fucking video and be like, I can't hear you.
Yeah, every single person. I can't hear any sound. No sound. Just to fuck them up. All right. We get it. Thank you for all the thumbs up. We appreciate it. Everybody's giving us thumbs up now.
All right. So questions, guys.
Give us some questions because we don't have quite that long here. We have a few minutes basically left until Dallas has to get going.
To eat again.
He's got to go eat again. Dallas, we miss you at the Grit House.
Miss you guys.
That's the gym you used to train at, right?
Yeah, we'll go up there one day.
Yeah.
We'll take a trip.
Didn't we go to the Grit House?
No, you went to you went to Maxed Out, but by the time you came up, I was already staying on that, and we were training at Maxed Out. Another great gym.
Yeah, it was a great gym.
But the Grit House is legit too.
Yeah,
it's super cool. We'll go.
This guy Olivier says he has low testosterone naturally. What would you guys recommend him do?
See a doctor.
See a doctor. If you're over 25 years old, you should go see a doctor and get your blood work done, and then they can give you supplemental testosterone if that's required.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, if it's truly low, then the doctor should have no problem correcting your hormones for you.
Yeah, easy.
Any hormones.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I would advise people, if you're serious about fitness, I would advise anybody, whether it be the average mom, the average Joe, or me, like monitor your hormones, because if there's something wrong with your hormones, that's a big part of the way you look, you know.
And feel.
God, yeah.
Dan Solomon jumped in. Dan Solomon, the voice of Pro Bodybuilding Weekly. Dan, you better have a question. Think of a good question. I feel like Dan, it's like pressure for Dan, because Dan, as the voice of Pro Bodybuilding, he should have a really good one stored up. So we'll wait for our high quality Dan question. At the Olympia, he used to do, until just very recently, him and Bob would do the press conference. Mm-hmm. And Bob or Dan would stand up and point to me in the middle thing, be like, Aaron Sandman's got a question. I'd be like,
that's funny as hell.
I'd be like, oh, I do?
That's something, that's good.
Yeah, because then what are you going to do? Like, I'd be like, stress me out.
Any chance to there is a chance, yes. I'm definitely not going to rule it out. The first thing I want to see
do the New York Pro.
The New York Pro. Sorry, I didn't respond to the question. I just want to see how these first 3 shows go. Obviously, there's a lot to be taken care of in the next 5 to 6 weeks, and then we'll go.
Dan Solomon says Dallas's best move, hiring Chad Nichols. Tell us what you've learned from the legendary dietary doc.
The legendary diet doctor. Consistency. Fucking consistency. Like, Chad likes to have your body, like, he likes to have it, like, in control, where he knows, like, if he gives me an extra, 200 carbs, like, over the next 5 days, like, this is going to happen, or he gives me whatever, and so it's...
He kind of predicts the future, huh?
It's crazy, bro. It's so crazy. Like, he's got, like, some telepathic ability to know, or experience, to know what's going to happen to your body, because Chad will text me or call me or email me, whatever, and be like, all right, we're going to change this, this, and this. We're going to add this diet into the diet. Take this, drop this, pull this, start eating this, and your weight's going to drop to this. You're going to look a little soft, a little watery, but it's all good. Then we're going to add this, and this will happen. And it's like boom, 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 and it all fucking just...
I always find that the best ones... Man. So him and Chris Aceto, I feel like the two guys that I've been around Chris quite a bit.
Yeah.
And both of them seem to have like it's almost like an ability, like a strange, like
I think that ability is called experience.
Hey, very well.
It's kind of like you with a business, though, man. It's like I guarantee you, if I were to want to start a company, and I come to you and I tell you like, you know, man, as long as it's something like within the fitness, you know, like something you're well versed and educated in, you know, I come to you and I tell you my game plan, and I kind of tell you what I'm thinking and tell you my plan of action. You can probably tell me like, maybe.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, like you'll do good, or I don't know, maybe, you know. So it's experience, like anything in life, you know.
Yeah. Well, he has. I mean, there's nobody who has more experience with bodybuilders, especiing
him
big
and Chad.
bodybuilders.
Him and Chad. Yeah.
Yeah, they both are very good.
I mean, him and Chris. Get so depleted I can't even talk.
If you were, why did you pick Chad as opposed to another trainer like George Farrar? Basically, what you just said, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that when it comes to me, okay, this is exactly how I thought about this situation. Is it's what physiques do I want to look like, and I would think of Ronnie and you know Paul Dillette and Gunther and Flex Wheeler and all these bodybuilders in the early 2000s, late 90s, and you were like, okay, well, what were they doing? I don't know what they were doing. You know, I don't know what they were eating. I don't know how they were training. I don't know what they were.
They were all working with Chad, though.
But the one common variable was Chad. So
and he knows what they were doing.
And he knows because he was telling what, you know. So to me, and Nasser was another one, you know, and just big ass dudes. And obviously, I had the frame to potentially be one of those people. So for me, it was like, well, he's obviously, you know, he knows what it takes.
Smart money. It's easy. I mean, if you put all that out there like that, it's a pretty easy decision.
It's an easy bet.
Yeah, it's an easy bet for sure. Let's see. You know, guys, I'm not going to go too deep into the product stuff, but I will say, since Rashawn is one of the tier operators, I have to answer your question.
Oh, Halo?
Yeah,
no,
Halo.
hold on, wait, I got this.
You got it?
Guys, look. I'm not going to tell you much about Halo besides I am truly excited, man. It's the first product that I've ever seen that I was actually clueless about what was going on. And Aaron told me the key ingredient. And so, me being me, I can't just take Aaron's word for it that it's great. I've got to go research and look it up. Yeah. So after about 2 days of research, I text Aaron back. And what did I say? I was like, dude, I'm so excited about this new product. I asked him, I was like, when can you get me some? So that should hopefully.
Yeah, that doesn't hype you up.
If that doesn't tell you it's going to be worth the money, then I don't know what will. So.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just the quick summation of what, without going into the details, it's not liver toxic, it's not hormonal, it is anabolic, it increases the usage of the protein, so it increases protein metabolism, protein synthesis, nitrogen retention, which means your body holds, the muscle holds more nitrogen, makes you stronger. It reduces cortisol levels, and more than any of that, it's healthy for you. Women can take it, and it's been backed by scientific studies. So
there are actual studies because I actually
wanted to say
I actually took the time to look this up.
So it's not just Aaron said or whatever. Dallas it's actually studies that were done by labs and by colleges in some cases.
And I know all you guys are, that sounds way too good to be true. No such fucking thing. Well,
do your own research. Right?
Look it up. You know, when it comes out, research our ingredients. Let us know what you think. Me personally, I can't wait to try it. I'm not saying, you know, I'm a firm believer that everything that transpires on paper doesn't happen in real life. You know, everything that happens on paper doesn't transpire into real life. But if it's half as good as some of the research I've studied, I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, me too. It's definitely something where I am. Put it this way: we got a group of people in here who are pretty jaded in terms of getting excited for supplements.
Yeah.
And everybody in here in the whole office is like, when is it coming in?
Yeah.
You know? So especially because the products in the past that have had this ingredient are very, very in dosage terms are very mildly dosed.
We're talking a quarter of what I
a quarter. So people who liked those other products, and there are a lot of good reviews about those other products, if you multiply it times, 4, 5, 8 times, you can just take it from there. So let's see. Anything else talk about going forward before we wrap this thing up? Let's see. You got 3 weeks left, right? Two and some change.
Tomorrow makes 18 days.
So the one thing, wow. So the thing that people, I told you, man, it's fucking amazing how time fucking flies. The one thing about the Arnold, other than obviously Dallas doing it, is there will be a Redcon 1 booth there. I hear that the question we get literally the most, I get the most right now is, where will the booth be? Are you having a booth?
Booth 1 through 6.
1 through 6. You can't miss us. So when you walk into this, so you come down the escalators. If you've been to the Arnold, everybody knows the escalators. When you come down the escalators, you're hanging your first right into the place. You'll see the WWE ring. And if you keep walking straight back past the WWE ring, you're not going to be able to miss it. We're going to have a 60-foot long LED screen. We're going to have banners hanging from the ceiling of Dallas McCarver. You're not going to be able to miss this thing. Go on back and come get the best deals on products anywhere in the world. We're selling products at a deep, deep discount, so you guys who come to the Arnold get to enjoy and try the products and have a reason to come visit other than just come to say hi to myself and Dallas and everything else.
Which is still
a fun. Even without the products, you guys should still come by and say hi. But what else? Any other things you want to say? And also, guys, if you're watching this, if you're liking what you're seeing, you want to see us do this again, hit the share button. Because it tells Facebook, that's like you telling Facebook, this is cool, I want to see more of it. That way, in the future, more and more people will be able to see these live broadcasts. If Dallas has a chance to come back next week, or I don't know how he's going to be feeling next week or the week, but if he does it again, this will rate us a little higher, so more people will see it in the scheme. In the scheme of things, that's important. What do you got? Anything else? Before you go? I was waiting for our questions. I appreciate, guys. Thank you guys so much. I'm seeing the shares, people sharing it. I appreciate that.
Alright, guys. Well, I'm about to head to.
Nathan Payton, strongman. Nathan Payton coaches strongman. We were actually just talking about this. Dallas would be one hell of a good strongman if he didn't give a shit about anything else, right?
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah.
You're too honest.
Yeah.
He would be really good. Nathan knows he'd be good. That's why Nathan is a famous coach for strongman.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying I would. I mean, I don't have the frame of Brian Shaw, but I think I could definitely move some weight. I think part of the reason that what makes a lot of those guys successful is they're so damn big.
Chad Nichols just wrote on there, Dallas looks like he's in too good of a mood. I want you to crank things down a bit more. You better leave now. Please no.
Please don't.
I forced him to do this, Chad. He didn't want to.
I came up here to get a shirt for you, by the way. I came up here to send you shirts.
There you go. Good save.
And I got stuck doing this.
Good save.
No. Everything's going just great, though.
All right. We'll call it a day. Guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Thank you for checking everything out. I suggest you press the share button, help us out, let everybody know, watch this shit. And you can even say, watch this shit, and that'll be perfect. And visit redcon1.com. Check out the new Oye clothing.
It's actually not Oye.
It's OYE. Sorry. Outgrow your ego. We all call it Oye here, but it's actually outgrow your ego. Here, show them the tank top. Very nice stuff. This is all by Dallas McCarver. He actually made all this downstairs in the warehouse. Hand stitched.
Yeah.
Hand stitched. He spent the last... Chad, he should have been doing cardio, but instead he's stitching as fast as he can down there.
I stitch really fast.
He's good. He gets very sweaty. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We're out. Appreciate it.
Be good, guys.